William Klein, a visionary artist of his generation, captured the vibrant essence and vivacity of great cities while satirizing the world of fashion through his groundbreaking and original photographs. He also immortalized iconic rebels such as Muhammad Ali and Eldridge Cleaver in his documentary films. Starting his career as a restless American post-war artist in Paris, Klein embraced an anarchic approach to his creative endeavors, venturing into painting, sculpture, street photography, fashion photography, feature films, and documentaries. He defied traditional norms and rules, breaking the conventions of photography by overexposing negatives and manipulating subjects to create illusions of spontaneity. Klein's unconventional style resulted in photographs that seemed accidental yet held a captivating allure. His works have been celebrated in galleries, cinemas, and photography retrospectives across Europe and the United States. Recently, an exhibition at the International Center of Photography in Manhattan marked his return to his native New York after a gap of almost 3 decades. During the 1950s and 60s, William Klein gained recognition for his innovative photography books, featuring cities like New York, Rome, Moscow, and Tokyo. His dreamlike images depicted city life, where faces in the crowd were blurred by motion, or obscured in darkness, portraying scenes that resembled visions from a trance. Critics often associated his New York photographs with the city's haunting, violent, and enigmatic aura. Glossy Vogue magazine became an early supporter of Klein, funding his shadowy urban shoots and publishing his sardonic fashion compositions for over a decade. His fashion works showcased couture-clad models, caught in traffic on busy avenues like Fifth Avenue, the Via Veneto, or the Ginza, all captured through wide-angle or telephoto lenses. These riveting and garish pictures were described as satires of the fashion industry and even of Vogue itself. Klein saw his photographs as parodies, aiming to expose the artificiality of the poses and styles. However, his audacious creativity and unique perspective were appreciated, and he was considered a pioneer in the world of fashion photography. Alexander Lieberman, the editorial director of Vogue's parent company, Condé Nast, likened Klein's approach to that of the famed director Federico Fellini, who skillfully captured both glamour and the grotesque. In the late 1960s to the early 80s, William Klein shifted his focus from photography to satirical filmmaking. His debut feature film in 1966, Who Are You, Polly Maggoo, hilariously mocked the fashion world, featuring models adorned in sheet metal held together by nuts and bolts. He also created the documentary, Muhammad Ali, The Greatest, a 2-part study of the legendary fighter's transformation from Cassius Clay to a symbol of black pride. The film captures Ali's defiance against the government, and his triumphant victory in the rumble in the jungle in Zaire. Klein's exploration of the battles between good and evil resonated deeply with him, and he revealed the injustice faced by Ali who, despite being a clean-cut American, was ostracized for his race and outspokenness. The film presented Ali as a symbol of resistance and pride for young black Americans during a time of social upheaval and civil rights activism. In conclusion, William Klein's artistic journey was marked by a fearless embrace of chaos and satire. His photographs and films challenged conventions, leaving a lasting impact on the world of art, fashion, and documentary filmmaking. With an unmatched eye for capturing the soul of cities and the spirit of rebels, Klein's work continues to inspire and intrigue audiences worldwide. His legacy as a pioneer in artistic expression remains a testament to the power of pushing boundaries and defying norms. William Klein was born in 1928 in New York City. After graduating early from high school, he began studying sociology at the City College of New York. In 1946 he joined the U.S. Army and was stationed in Germany, where he won his first camera in a poker game. After relocating to Paris in 1948, he continued his studies at the Sorbonne with the assistance of the GI Bill. At the time, his focus was abstract painting and sculpture. After studying with the French artist Fernand Léger, Klein's early career breaks came from 2 exhibitions in Milan, where he was discovered by the architect Angelo Mangiarotti. They began to collaborate when Mangiarotti asked Klein to recreate one of his abstract paintings on the rotating room dividers of a Milanese apartment, his first commissioned work. It was the experience of documenting these panels in motion that led him to reconsider photography. In 1954, Alexander Lieberman, then the art director of American Vogue, asked to meet with Klein after seeing his kinetic sculptures in the Paris group show, Le Salon de Réalités Nouvelles. Subsequently, Vogue published his photographs of Dutch barns, reminiscent of Mondrian, soon after their meeting. Thus began his foray into fashion photography, as well as his well-known photographic essays on various cities. Shooting for Vogue during a brief return to New York, Klein let loose on the city, taking fashion photography in a whole new direction. He captured the beautiful and the grotesque, all within wide-angle and telephoto shots. Taking models out of the studio and onto the streets, his revolutionary techniques pioneered a new vision. Widely acknowledged as a significant innovator in the history and design of the photo book, Klein published his first book, Life is Good and Good for You in New York, in 1956, which won the Prix Nadar the following year. Capturing the rough and tumble of daily life, Klein's brutally honest images caused a major sensation. 3 more books were published, each with photography from a different city, Rome, in 1958-59, followed in 1964 by Moscow, and Tokyo, reissued in limited edition in 2014 by Akio Nagasawa Publishing. In 1958, Klein began to explore the moving image, creating his first pop film, Broadway by Light, in 1958. He went on to produce feature films and documentaries, including a satire about the fashion world. Who Are You, Polly Maggoo in 1966, Far from Vietnam in 1967, Muhammad Ali, The Greatest in 1969, and The Little Richard Story in 1980. His last film to date, Messiah made in 1999, reveals on an epic scale a summary of the themes present throughout his artistic career. The recipient of numerous awards, Klein was honored with a Commander of Arts and Letters in France in 1989, the Medal of the Century by the Royal Photographic Society in London in 1999, the International Centre of Photography Infinity Award for Lifetime Achievement in 2007, and the Outstanding Contribution to Photography Award at the 2012 Sony World Photography Awards. Works by William Klein are included the collections of many institutions, including the Metropolitan Museum of Art, the Museum of Modern Art, and the Whitney Museum of American Art in New York, the J. Paul Getty Museum in Los Angeles, and the Centre Pompidou in Paris. William Klein passed away on September 10, 2022, in Paris, France, at the age of 96. If there's one defining trait that characterizes this artist, it's his defiance. Throughout his body of work, he has consistently sought to transcend the conventional boundaries. Drawing from lessons learned with leisure, he pushed limits and overcame barriers, blurring the lines between genres, styles, themes, and languages. His photography also distinguished itself through its unfiltered black and white aesthetic, occasionally capturing the rawness and coarseness of the moment. He often captured images up close, utilizing wide-angle lenses to cram elements into the frame. He wasn't averse to using dark humor and experimenting with intentionally blurry shots, showing that technical perfection was of little concern to him. All the while, he sharply and humorously critiques the modern world, paradoxically infusing his work with a sense of humanity and empathy inherited from his days as a sociologist. This unique blend results in his work, serving as a perfect synthesis of mid-20th century modern art, paving the way for postmodern hybridization, and the popularization of street photography as a genre. This positions William Klein, as one of the early postmodern artists, simultaneously rendering his body of work uncategorizable. In the heart of the bustling urban canvas, where the colors of life intermingle with the shadows of dreams, one man dared to capture the rhythm of existence through his lens. This man was none other than the American photographer, William Klein. Throughout our journey into the captivating world of William Klein, we've witnessed how he fearlessly embraced the chaos of the streets, transforming raw moments into timeless art. His camera was not merely an instrument, it was a bridge between reality and imagination, freezing emotions in their most candid form. As we peel back the layers of his work, we find ourselves immersed in a symphony of contrasts. The grit of reality versus the allure of dreams, the sharpness of black and white against the vibrancy of color, these juxtapositions remind us that life is a tapestry woven from myriad experiences. Klein's lens taught us to appreciate the beauty in chaos and the stories hidden in plain sight. In the midst of capturing the mundane, Klein unearthed the extraordinary. His images echoed the laughter of children playing on forgotten streets, whispered secrets shared between lovers in crowded cafes, and the silent resilience of individuals navigating a world in constant motion. Through his lens, we discovered that every fleeting moment holds a universe of emotions. So, as we reach the final moments of this visual exploration, let us carry with us the essence of William Klein's artistry. Let us remember that life's imperfections are its most exquisite facets, and that within the bustling rhythm of the city, there exists a symphony of stories waiting to be told. May we find inspiration in Klein's unyielding passion, and may we continue to seek beauty in the unlikeliest of places. As we step back from this journey, let us carry his legacy forward, a reminder that every click of the shutter is a celebration of life itself. In the spirit of William Klein, let us embrace the world with open eyes, open hearts, and a camera in hand, ready to capture the poetry that dances around us every day. I bid farewell by offering this humble tribute to a visionary, who has shown me that a photograph is not just a simple image, but rather a portal to the essence of a moment. I also invite you all to carry these words in your hearts and remember that, life, akin to art, is a masterpiece created stroke by stroke. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like it, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. This way, you'll always stay up to date with all the videos I produce here. Until the next one. See you later.